Alright, so as promised, I'm back to make, it's called Healthy Breakfast Oatmeal Apple Cake. So, the first thing I'm going to do, it calls for a large apple, which I don't have any real large ones, so I'm going to use two what I consider medium size. Take the cores out. Maybe. Oops. If you don't line this up right, it won't take out all the core. Alright. So then you need to peel them, and we need to dice them up. So I'll do one, and then I'll come back when both are done. Because I'm sure everybody knows how to peel an apple and cut up an apple. Well, I shouldn't say everybody, because there might be somebody that's never cooked or baked or anything like that. I guess that's just an assumption. Maybe we do that a lot. We don't even realize it. We assume, well, that person knows how to boil potatoes. Maybe not. You know, it's very possible. So for someone, if they don't know how to cut up an apple, I'm sorry that I assumed you did. Because, yeah. I never thought of that till just right now. We never know. Maybe someone's never been in the kitchen before. I don't know. Because, you know, it's pretty safe to assume, because like last night I was thinking about, you know, going to that party, and the only thing I could make when I left this house was liver and onions. I learned how to cook because I took a cooking job and they trained me. I told my friend, I don't know how to cook. She goes, pay really close attention during the training. Because she knew I was basically homeless and I needed a job, and she worked at the airport, and she got me that job. I'm forever grateful for her, because I cooked for years after that. Alright. That's where my love of cooking stopped, actually, was because of all the cooking I'd done at restaurants. I began to hate cooking. And it lasted for a lot of years. I mean, I cooked because I had to. How's that? Alright, so now let me cut up that other apple. Alright, now we need a cup of oatmeal, but it says only use about 3/4 of that cup. And then we need, kind of going out of order here, but it's so I don't have to keep rewashing my spoons. We're going to need 3 tablespoons of yogurt. I suppose you could use any flavor you want. Mine happens to have vanilla in it because that's what I use for Tom's lunch. So you need 3 tablespoons of yogurt. You need, yeah, maybe. Let me get a different container for that. Definitely need a new container. Alright, so you need a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. And we need a teaspoon of vanilla. And we need a teaspoon of cinnamon. You know, they say cinnamon is really, really good for weight loss and stuff too. We need 2 eggs. I'm just jumping all over the place on this. And we need a tablespoon of butter. Clean that, all that yogurt off of it. So we need a tablespoon of butter. And we need 3 tablespoons of honey. I should have put this in warm water, I think. Let me do that. I'll be right back. That was a bit of a chore, but I got it. So now you're going to blend this together. Then you're going to add that other 1/4 cup of your oats and mix that in. Now it says to use a small pan, but it doesn't say how small. I was thinking an 8 by 8, but actually I don't know what size this is, but that's what I'm going to use. Let's see here. It says to use parchment paper. I think this might be a 9 by 9, or I'm not sure what it is. And it doesn't say at the bottom. You're going to spray that so it doesn't stick. And then we're going to pour that into the bowl, or into the pan. You need to talk today, I guess. I think this one will work just fine. I'm just trying to figure out ways to have a nice little breakfast treat with coffee in the morning without it being like cereal or toast or, you know, a bunch of other stuff like that. Doesn't that look beautiful? So now you're going to put it in a 350 oven for 20 to 30 minutes. Let's see how it turns out. Alrighty, so it's done. It says to let it set for an hour or 2, and the longer that it cools, the better it tastes. And I imagine it does, because then you get all the cinnamon and everything mixed together. I imagine it'd be awesome. But even though it's piping hot, let's take a small taste for, you know, quality control. That is awesome. You still have a little bit of the crunch of the apple. I guess you can taste the oatmeal in it, but not really. So for those people that don't really like oatmeal that well, this would be great. I think it's going to taste great with a cup of coffee. And what I've noticed with a lot of these that use bananas or apples or anything like that, they stay soft. They don't get hard and crispy, nothing like that. They stay really, really soft. So that's a good thing too. But I will get this put in the refrigerator after it cools down, and that's what we're going to have for a few days for breakfast. So let's look at it again. That looked pretty. I am trying to do, you know, healthier things, and you know, some days you get parties or you take your grandkids out or whatever, you know, and you fall off the wagon there for a day, but you know what, just get back on and you'll win in the end. You'll win in the end. And you know, there's been a couple of times my sugar's been high, but mostly it's been under 200. She wants it, you know, at 150 or below, but it's getting there, and it's just going to take a lot of hard work and perseverance. And with your guys' support, there's nothing I can't do. So thanks for sitting here with me. Church is about to start. So you guys have a blessed day. Be a blessing, and we'll see you at supper.